Greetings and welcome to the Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for September 2021. At 12:20 in the afternoon on Thursday, September 9th, the temperature is 83 degrees. We had a predicted high of 82 by 4 o'clock. It's only supposed to be about 79 right now. So something tells me it's going to get warmer. Yeah, we've had high 89s. That's about as high as you can get for 80s, isn't it? And low 90s for the past few days. We had one heavy rain a few days ago. It was at night. Other than that, it's been pretty dry. It's supposed to be dry through the next week. A chance light rain, I guess, midweek. But it's supposed to be 90 to 92 Saturday through Monday, and then it's supposed to taper off so it's more moderate, which for around here means 79, 80 degrees. That's mid next week. It is very sunny out. Yes. I am on Binder Lake. Last time I was here was, I believe, September of 2020, in this same spot where I had lily pads around me. There's a stump over here coming up out of the water. They had a green heron on it that I got some nice photos of. Yeah, that was a nice paddle, and so I thought, why not? Now, it's like 155 acres, this lake. It's fair size, like a quarter square mile. And as I've mentioned in the previous year ago vlog, that there are a lot of water lilies. The end is kind of choked up with them, and different pockets around the lake, arms going out. This is a small arm. It's only maybe about 150, 200 feet deep. There's one on the other side. There are two on the other side, but one is pretty deep. It's several hundred yards, and that is really choked with lily pads. And there, I saw a heron there, far across the pads. And so I tried to zoom in on him. I don't know if I got him or not, but I didn't know if I'd see any more herons today. What stupid me, because yeah, I see herons here. And I saw a green heron on a stump coming out of the water, and he was in the middle of those lily pads about 100 feet away from me, so I tried to get some photos of him. And then I saw some herons around the lake. So I've gotten a few shots. Something should turn out. Yes, it should. And an American bald eagle. Yes, it was like 100 feet away from me. Going along the shore, but just above the water, cruising along, and then he dipped down. I saw him as he was dipping down, and I reached for my camera when he touched the water, and then by the time I got my camera up, he was flying away. So I've got pictures of him flying away, I believe. We'll see. We'll see. Yes, I did. I brought my digital SLR with my zoom lens. So I'm hoping I've gotten some nice photos today of lilies and birds, turtles. Yes, I've seen many turtles, at least a half a dozen, and they're all pretty good size. Yeah, they are. Of course, they don't let me get close enough, but I've got the zoom lens, so hopefully that worked out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, COVID-19, why not? You know what, I didn't even check the number this morning. It seems to me that we're somewhere around 10,780 in Cole County, something like that. I don't even know what the state's at anymore. There was an article in the paper this week. Missouri state employees are represented by 25% having had COVID-19. 25% of state employees. Yeah. What can I say? Missouri. Yeah. That's all I can say. Hey, let's go to my health. I may have mentioned this. I had some spots that appeared when I got my COVID vaccination first week of February. There were light pencil eraser size spots on my arms that were gone by the time I had my second shot at the end of February. And after that one, I got them lightly on my arms again. They were gone pretty quickly, but I got them all across my shoulders, the collar, upper parts of my arms, my back of my shoulders, and then down the sides of my back. And I didn't know what to do about it. I called Ellis Fischel because that's where I go for my skin check. It's a cancer center, and I go there once a year, November or so, I think, October. And they said, well, here's, I don't know that would have caused it, but take an antihistamine morning and evening. So I was taking 2 antihistamines a day so I didn't scratch because it was itching. You know, I scratched one spot more than I should have. And a steroid cream, triamcinolone acetate. So put that on every night before you go to bed. So I did that. And after a week I called them. I said, hey, you know, what do you think? Is it still itching? Well, a little bit. You know, okay, well, keep it up. So after 2 months, it stopped itching, so I stopped taking the antihistamine. And when I called them for an update about how long I should take the other thing, the cream, I didn't get a call back, so I cut it out. But I wasn't breaking out anymore. And it was interesting when I did call them. The reason I called them was, besides popping up in spots and being bumpy, it was coming in like 2 dozen at a time, where it looked like little tiny pimples. And so, you know, I put benzoyl peroxide on them, and it helped keep them down. But then they turned into those spots, you know. So, but I wasn't itching them. So there's that. And so I stopped the cream because I hadn't broken out in a while, and as it turned out, about a month later, and then a month after that, I broke out again. So I decided to call them up and say, hey, how about if you take a look at this? And you know what? Yeah. Turns out it was more than likely a reaction to the vaccine. They did 2 biopsies, 2 punches. It's called a punch biopsy. They were about 1 inch apart on the lower part of my shoulder on my back, and almost a 1/4 inch deep. Yeah. And they did biopsies. It's non-cancerous. It is lichenoid dermatitis. Yeah. Lichen. Yeah. Almost like lichen, because it can be unsightly. There's some really bad photos out there. Mine don't look anything like that, I guess, because I've stayed on top of it. But it can be caused by medications, some other things, stress maybe, but it can also be caused by vaccination reaction, and that's apparently what I had. So they told me to go back to putting the cream on, the steroid cream. I take an antihistamine at night, just so I don't, because it itches at night. I haven't been taking the antihistamine in the morning. I've been good about that. And I'm supposed to do that for the cream for 2 months, and then on the 3rd month, not do it. So then they have a baseline. They have 2 periods of comparison, because I will be going, I believe it's November, for my annual skin check. And they say that if that cream isn't doing it, that I may have to go to a stronger steroid cream, which could actually have side effects with skin condition. I'll be a wrinkly old man. I'm already an old man. So yeah. And then there's my heart condition. I went to see my neurologist. It's my 6 to 9 month follow-up from the last visit with him. When it was found that I had a hole in my heart, patent foramen ovale, it was decided the neurologist would determine whether corrective surgery should be done. That would be to close the hole in my heart between the 2 atria. And it was assumed that it was a small hole, but it turned out to be a large hole. And so I had an MRI, didn't I? Yeah. To determine whether or not I have had any strokes, and I have not. TAAs won't show up. It's no strokes. So the doctor said, well, let's take it easy, you know, see how it works out, how you do. And now on this follow-up, I think he's considering the fact that it is a larger hole. He wants to be sure that something doesn't happen, like say a leg clot goes up through, and then instead of filtered from my lungs, it goes to my brain, which probably was what caused the TIA. So he is sending me for another transesophageal echocardiogram. So it's an echocardiogram, but they put the device down my throat, and I had that done once before. That's an in-hospital procedure. So I saw him a couple days ago, so I'm waiting to hear from the hospital on how they're going to schedule that, seeing as the hospitals are maxing out with COVID patients. Yes, they are. Yes. So that's that. We'll see what he has to say. When they repair it, the doctor who did the transesophageal echocardiogram, was a cardiac surgeon, and he said, I've done plenty of the repairs. We don't usually do them over 50. There are more risks, plus you've lived with it all this time. I mean, I'm 68. Shh, don't tell anybody. And so yeah, we'll leave it up to the neurologist. So now I think he wants the heart surgeon to take another look and see if he maybe would want to do that. And when they do it, they put a catheter in through your leg. My leg would go up to my heart, and then it has an umbrella basically. It goes through the hole, opens up, and as it pulls out, it leaves another umbrella on the other side, and those close the hole up, and it just grows around there. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. See what they say. Yeah, wow, 11 minutes. And I really didn't talk about anything. Birds. Blood. Alrighty, this has been your Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for September 2021. Ciao, folks. Vlog on.